Okay, boys and girls. If I write like this, what are my missing numbers? Look at the pattern. What are my missing numbers? 4. We have 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everyone? 7. Okay. Sorry. I'm so confused. All right. So today, boys and girls, we're going to read and write 3-digit numbers in word form. Okay? Before we do that, though, you are going to put the missing numbers into the chart. Okay? So it's just like what we just did just a minute ago, except for with these bigger numbers. You are going to add in the numbers that are missing from this chart. Go ahead and start. Okay, boys and girls, how do you find the missing numbers for the first row? How did you find them? Liam?
I just counted.
Okay, you counted up by ones? Okay, you started at, did you start at 1? You started at 11. Because what's this missing number?
11.
11. And then you started just counting, right? In your head because you know how to count. So you know this is 12 and then 13 and then
14.
Okay. So what's my missing number here?
52.
All right. Now it says then find and circle the word form of these numbers below. Okay. So all these numbers that we've written, we're going to circle the word ones. So 11, where do I find 11? What does it start with? Okay, the only one that starts with an E, right? Circle it. Okay, 14. What row is it? First, second, or third row? And top, bottom, or middle? Top, bottom, or middle?
Top.
Okay, third top. 14. All right, I want you guys to do the rest. Circle the rest, 29, 35, 52, and 46. I'm going to come around and check them, and I'll let you have a red start. All right, boys and girls. Here's the back side of that paper that you just did. It says you can use Word to write 3-digit numbers. Okay? They're going to want you to write numbers in word form. This means you are going to have to know how to spell numbers. Okay? First, look at the hundreds digit. Then look at the tens digit and ones digit together. Okay, so you first look at the hundreds. 200. If you don't know how to spell 2, you can look it up in your word book. Okay? If you don't know how to spell 100, it is on this paper. Okay? Does that make sense? 200. So you first look at the hundreds to see how many hundreds you have. And you write how many hundreds you have. You might have 300. You might have 400. Okay? Then you look at the tens and the ones together to see what what numbers you're going to write next. 45. Now, when you say 45, you have to have a hyphen between there. Okay? 40, and then a hyphen, that dash, 5. However, sometimes when it's a teen number, teen numbers do not need hyphens. Okay? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19 do not need hyphens. And 20 doesn't need a hyphen either. And none of the 10s. 30 doesn't need a hyphen. 40 doesn't need a hyphen. Okay? So they say 700. So you wrote the word 7, wrote the word 100, and then found the word 13. Okay? Now, like I said, what if it's a tens number? Like 860. Okay, you're going to write 800, and then just write 60. If I need to write some of these words on the board, I will. I'm going to see what words are in your word book before I do that, and in your math folder. Okay? If I need to write some, though, I have no problem writing it. However, I think pretty much all words like 30 would be the only one that may not in 20. 40, well, in 40. In 50. Okay. 60 would be 6 with a TY. 70 would be a 7 with a TY. 8 would be an 8 with a TY for 80. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. All right, so that's what you're doing today, boys and girls. You are writing these numbers using words. Okay, 506. That's another thing. I'm glad they did that one for you. There's no tens, is there? So it's just 6 ones, right? So it's just 506. There's no tens. You don't have to write anything else. Okay? Okay. Get out your word books and turn it to your numbers page. Okay, we will do this page together. You will do on your own by yourself. Then we may do some of this together depending on how hard it is, and I'll let you try first. And you can do your homework, okay? We might do the hot problem if you need it. If you need it, okay? So let's go ahead and do this then together, right here. Are you ready? Okay, so what's my hundreds? How many hundreds do I have?
1.
Okay, how do you spell 1?
O-N-E.
Okay, write that.
100.
Okay, I already have it on the board. Okay, where do we look for 100, the word 100? On your paper. It has it up here. 100, 100, no and. We do not write the word and. Okay? 100. Now, what is the tens and the ones together? What is that number? 89. How do you write the number 8? Look in your word book. E-I-G-H-T. Yes, and you're going to write Y at the end. Yep, and then a hyphen, and then the number 9. How do you spell 9? Okay. I will write some of these words that you might need on the board right here, with 80 and 30 and 40 and 50, okay?
Why does the I on 8 have a double I? Like 2 dots.
That doesn't mean it. I don't know. Oh, because the one on the bottom is for 9. The item 9. Okay. Number 3. What's the 100?
3.
So write the word 3. If you guys need more room, go ahead and write over here. Some of you write very big. 3. And then the word 100. Right?
Yes.
And then what's the number that's after that? 20, which is in your word book. 20. What goes after 20?
800.
Hyphen. Hyphen first, and then the word 8. Okay. The bottom, boys and girls, they wrote the words for you. You just have to write the numbers. Okay? You have to read it and just write the number. Okay, so you need 20, 30, 40, 50, then 60 is just, okay, by itself. There's something else. They have all the teens for you, so, okay. I think then that should be it that you might need. Okay, down here, what is this? I want just a real quick, number 4.
415.
15. 400, and then 15. Okay? Alright, I'll let you do the rest of this on your own. Okay, boys and girls, we're going to do the hot problem together. It says, my 3-digit number, so there are going to be 3 digits, okay, has a 4 in the hundreds place. Over to the hundreds place, we're going to write a 4 on there, okay? Now, it has a greater digit in the tens place, so this one has to be a bigger digit than in the ones place. So this one will have to be smaller. Okay? Now here's the tricky part. The sum, which means if you add them all together, add these 3 numbers together, the sum, the answer, is 6.
What?
So, 4 plus what can be 6? 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. So, boys and girls, these can only equal 2. Okay? So, if these can only equal 2, these 2 numbers can only equal 2. But it says that this number is bigger than this one. Because there are only 2 numbers that equal 2. 2 or 1 plus 1, right? Well, this is 1 and 1. Is this one bigger than that one? If this was 1 and 1, are either of those numbers bigger than each other? No, they're the same number. So the only option is what? 2 in the tens place. 0 in the ones. So your number is going to be 420, and then you write it in word form. Okay?
What?